All right. Season's greetings and happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you're choosing to celebrate in this season. Good to be back and seeing you guys. All right, let's get right into it. So, unless you've been off planet or for some other reason been incapacitated, you know that Microsoft has released Flight Simulator 2024. And yeah, we all know the story. The launch was not the most smooth thing around. It was as smooth as chunky oatmeal. But, you know, over time they've managed to correct the issues, and also shout out to some great guys in the AppSim forums and the Microsoft Flight Simulator forums. We've gotten this thing running pretty well, especially with the last sim update that came out around, was Monday or Tuesday? Yeah, this week on the 10th. So yeah, also another great thing that happened is that sceneries start to come out with that are dedicated to the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 platform. We've got some good stuff that's come out. Of course, Innobills had a visa, of course, but they had dibs since they helped work during the course of the development of Flight Sim 2024. But also our good friends at SLH Designs, known for their great Caribbean sceneries. Hey, shout out to the developer. Much respect to you, bro. He, into Flights in 2020, brought out a lot of the sceneries that we've been waiting for if you're a Caribbean person or a Caribbean flight simmer. He gave us Anguilla, Guadeloupe, St. Kitts, Montserrat, Dominica, all the others down there. And so his latest release, which he's been working on for more than a year now, is Rochambeau, which is airport identifier Sierra Oscar Charlie Alpha, which is down in French Guyana, which is very interesting airport to go to. If you're a person who lives in the French Antilles, French Saint Martin, Guadeloupe, Martinique, you've probably been down there. Of course, do the traveling in between. Of course, the missus does that a lot. So, you know, when that scenery released, I'm saying, hey, I want to check that thing out. So I did. I got it purchased, gave it a quick test, and today we're going to fly into it during the daytime since it just released last evening. So I'm taking a Twin Otter over. If you see, this is the long nose version. So this is not the built-in Innobills Twin Otter. This is actually the Aerosoft Twin Otter that was released from Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 back in January 22. It was removed from the stores in 2023. And then we found out that Innobills had taken the model, updated it, and they're running it in 2024. My problem is that the Innobills version is the short nose version. And of course, since they're still working on some issues with 2024, deliveries aren't really out for it yet. And so since I want to go with the long nose boy, which of course in this Air Antilles livery, we're going to be flying Air Guyane from this airport here at Saint Laurent in French Guyana. It's called Saint Laurent du Maroni Airport, which is the ICAO identifier for it is Sierra Oscar Oscar Mike, or Zoom, if you want to say it like that. So Air Guyane actually operates a fleet of the LET 410 aircraft from this airport going into Rochambeau. So, you know, I was kind of tight on time today, but I still wanted to just demonstrate a bit of this airport, the airport. This is the default version of the Saint Laurent airport, so I don't know if on flightsim.to they have one for 2020. I'll have to double check into that. I see there's a Guyane pack. But since Microsoft is releasing a world update for Brazil and South America come around January, February, I may not get into it. But of course, that's not the main thing. The main thing today is we're going to fly into Rochambeau. So we don't have the Turbolet, the LET 410. Here's hoping we get that aircraft in 2024. But we're going to be substituting with the Twin Otter that was used by Air Antilles in the Northern Islands between Guadeloupe, Martinique, St. Bart's, St. Martin, French side. So this one is actually Foxtrot Oscar Hotel Juliet Gulf. The new Air Antilles is currently operating only ATRs between St. Martin and Guadeloupe and Martinique, etc. But, you know, there's just a bit of a backstory. So of course, because this is a aircraft that was made for Flight Sim 2020, we don't have the walk around feature, but we can still walk around it in our avatar and just enjoy what Aerosoft made back in the day. It was a decent looking aircraft. Unfortunately, didn't put too much more development into it after they, you know, removed it from the marketplace. So if you happen to purchase this bad boy in one of the stores, whether Orbex or direct from Aerosoft or Sim Market, or even in the Microsoft Flight Simulators marketplace, you should be able to have access to this. You can just, you know, copy it over from your Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 community folder and put it in the 2024 community folder, which is what I did for mine. And of course, if you brought it in the Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace 2020, it should show up that you can enable it in your options. All right, well, let's just get into this bad boy. Since there's no clicking, let's just go Shift C. And of course, we're in here. Set altimeters, good. All right, let's remove these and the familiar stuff. Oh yes, one thing to note though, if in Flight Simulator 2024, if you bring in a 2020 aircraft, your co-pilots would not be seated because, of course, you know, it doesn't have the APIs for the co-pilots. But you know, some may say that's great, some may say that's bad, whatever the case may be. Anyway, typical Twin Otter stuff. Let's get these prop pitch levers full forward. Going across. Get these batteries on. Yeah. The only and this is one of the downsides you'll see in 2024 with some 2020 aircraft. This display screens get pretty dim, especially if they're using the default Garmin GNS 530s and 430s. This is something that would have to be corrected, I think, probably by the developer. But of course, since Aerosoft isn't touching this bad boy again, yeah, gonna have to let it be. But of course, in Microsoft 2020, I did use the freeware of the PMS50 GPS replacement unit. They do have a version that is 2024 compatible, but the add-on file to make it compatible with the Twin Otter, when I put it in, I used one from 2020, it did not work. And so I just left that out. So hold on. Yeah, it's really, really hard to read. But once it's compatible, I don't know if they'll probably put in a compatibility fix to allow it to run this aircraft, because of few persons are using this aircraft in 2024. But you know, let's see what's gonna become of it. All right, let's bring up our handy dandy EFB. Gotta love it. I press tab. Of course, I'm signed into my sim brief. So of course, I'm a bit delayed behind, but hey, we're just doing this flight for fun. So we're going to be taking off from Saint Laurent Airport, heading over into Rochambeau. Our alternate is to head back over here because there's no other airport that's that close. Continuing to the Twin Otter, of course, our airframe. So altitude is going to be 9,000 feet today. So we go in here and set that 5,000s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm gonna be so happy when we've got the PMS50 properly back into this bird. You know, the thing is, I have not tried it since the update this week, so I probably should have tried that before the stream, but hey, you know, we'll try it for the next time. All right, so we're taking off from this airport. Let's see if we can go to you know what I forgot? Navigraph. I mean, we do have the built-in charts here. If it asks me to sign in, I'm just gonna use the built-in charts. Ah, there we go. Fantastic. All right, so I'm gonna unload this. I'm gonna import flight, import sim brief, and we're gonna take this one. All right, so we're gonna go here. So we're parked here at close to the terminal. And we're gonna be departing from runway 04. So we're gonna go over, backtrack. You can see the spot. Well, let's say the outside view. Yeah, so we're gonna backtrack. We're gonna go here on the taxiway, backtrack, swing around, and take off on runway 04. Then we're gonna head direct to our next waypoint, which is... Oh, I'm trying to look for the route. Where's the route again? Yeah, waypoint Calais. And then we're doing the Calais 1 uniform arrival into Rochambeau runway 8. Of course, you know, Twin Otter, so we might just be more visual with it. All right, enough said. Don't want the batteries to start running down, so We're gonna get everything that we need to get in order. So the position light, no smoking, please fasten your seatbelts, people. We're gonna put the anti-collision light on. Assume that everyone is already loaded up and ready to go. Boosters on. All right, we got the clear props left and right. Of course, we're the only ones here. Wait, speaking of which, oh, there's no people walking around out here in this airport. Oh, guess it's too small. Anywho's, let's get rid of it. All right. So, got fuel flowing. All right. Oh no, the fuel booster pumps on. Fuel isn't flowing until the engine's on. That's right. All right, let's go. Left side. Oh, here we go. Coming up. When it hits around 20. All right. Fuel flow. She's starting up. There we go. All right, let's start up engine 2, right side. Up, it's 20. It's 20. All right, let's go. Cool, go into that engine. All right, we got a good start. And no, as usual, I know we would be on Batson, but we're not on Batson today. We just want to take this one as a show flight over. All right. Values are looking good. So since that is successfully started, I'm gonna put those bleeds on. Engine gens on. Where's our detail? Ah, the detail heats. Alright, we're gonna do a quick test. Rudders, good. Ailerons, good. Elevators, nice. Okay, we're gonna be doing a takeoff dollies. Trim up a little bit. Nice. Alright, we're taking off from runway 04. What's the actual degree heading into? Taxi. 042 heading. Oh yeah. Alright. Just a little bit. 3, 4, and just a little bit slightly. Fantastic. Alright, so taxi light on. Parking brake disengaged. Let's get that engine up on power. Just let me turn around. Oh, yep. Make sure our transponders are on it. Gotta be squawking that little Charlie. There's this little issue where with the TCA throttles, Airbus throttles, even though they're set up, when they're even, they seem out of sync in the aircraft. Even though their values are the same. So, oh well. Such a yeah, that's funny. Alright. DARA. Get those landing lights on. One thing, if you're a person who lives in tropical regions or loves these regions like the Caribbean, South America, Asia, etc., you'll really appreciate the updated foliage that's available in the simulator 2024. It really adds that more depth, the variation in vegetation that you see. It adds that much more to the simulation. Spec-wise, I am running this on an AMD Ryzen 3900X SSD 550 motherboard, 32 gigabytes DDR4 running. I think it's 3200, and also my graphics card is a NVIDIA 47 Ti Super that I just got in February, 16 gigabytes. Because knowing that this was coming out, I definitely had to get it. I had to actually change my monitor because my monitors, both of them, I had double monitors that died, so I found myself a single ultra wide. And then I have to just, put in for this. Because I have the 47 deck, and also use it for my video rendering work as well. So it works out okay. Alright, coming to the end of this. Doesn't give you that much space to turn around. Okay, this is a default airport, so that properly showed the turnaround base. So we're just gonna assume this little brown patch here is part of the turnaround. Oh boy. Yeah, this is the one thing in 2024. Planes do lean a lot from the ground, depending on the aircraft that you bring in. I'm trying to hit a shoulder. Wait, pause. Pause. This is runway 4. Oh, Asobo, I think I found an issue for you guys. I'm gonna have to screenshot this, probably submit it to the forums. Because we're on runway 4, but it's showing 22, which is the opposite runway. Okay. Gonna have to submit that one to Asobo. You would think that even though they're procedurally generated. Oh well. No problems. Anyway, we're not here for that. We are here to head to Rochambeau. This is throttling and release the brakes. Here we go. Throttles full. That kind of works out because this is a little tight. This must be a river here. Yeah, I forgot which river this is. I think this may be one of these rivers is a division between French Guyana and Suriname. Because it says a technical part to this river sometimes. The work when you have to go over. Let's see. Alright, so oh look, here we go. Turning out, flap up. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't just run too much into that red, sir. I remember that caught me off guard the very first time I got to turn on the version that was for E3D. I let them run too hot and then eventually the engines caught on fire. Lesson learned that. Yeah, all around these terrains, sir. Alright. The RPM's back. Alright. Proceed with the climb. Now a little more power to this. Yes, I know. All around these terrains, sir. Excellent. Walk. Already pulling the flaps. Heading low. Get there. There we go. Climb. Bit. All right. nice sailing along. Our way to Rochambeau, flying over all this expanse of French Guyana. Interesting to note, look into the history of this area, how the Guyana area was just divided between European powers with those colonial eras. The Dutch took their slice, the British took their slice, the French took their slice, and the French are the only ones whose slice still belongs to the mainland, if you look at it. British Guyana is, or Guyana is independent. Suriname, which was Dutch territory, is independent, but French Guyana is like, nah, we're sticking with France. We're remaining as France. And of course, fun fact, French Guyana is actually where the European Space Agency has their launch facilities for the Ariane rockets. So, yeah, keeping this as part of Europe actually in the best interest of the European Space Agency. Otherwise, they'd have to be paying them. Kind of like how the U.S. had to be paying Russia to use their Soyuz rockets after the space shuttle was retired, until Elon Musk got SpaceX up and running. That's funny. It's kind of interesting to look at how these little things play into world history, that knowing that a lot of the things you see going on are part of a larger scale that most people don't think about. But we're not here for that. We're just here to fly. But it's just interesting that while you're seeing a place, just delve into history and how everything is connected to a lot of other stuff. I definitely just love the cloud render in 2024. And this is default live weather, by the way. I'm not using active sky. It's default live weather. I just hadn't seen for me the necessity to get active sky. I mean, it looks pretty good, but based on the amount of times that I fly and what live weather does for me in the areas I fly in, I haven't seen the justification for me personally yet. Maybe if I was flying more often, I probably would. But I like where the clouds are. Since I'm close to the magenta line, I'm sure this is just my heading bug. With more reinforcement. Yeah, we're not climbing at a high speed. It's supposed to be about an hour of travel, to be honest. Based on our climb rate, we might not make it to 9,000 feet. It was just recommended by Sim. But that's fine. We'll just power up a bit. I didn't want to redline the engines. clouds, it reminds me of, you know, the what was it? True Sky? Yeah, in prepared version 5. I mean, to tell you the honest truth, this is a thought that I had during the course of this week when I was looking at the features that come in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. When you look at the avatar mode and the pre-flight walk around, taking off the covers off of the different instruments in the aircraft, and even looking at how the clouds are rendered, this is probably the vision that the team at Lockheed Martin had when they were making Prepared, when they switched over from to version 5. Even back in 2015 when they launched version 3 of Prepared, and it had the avatar mode. Lockheed was the first to do this with Prepared Sim. There was so much capabilities and potential for this, but the thing is that majority of the add-on developers didn't get into it. Of course, this can be due to many factors, such as the low market share at the time for flight simming, also the licensing that Lockheed Martin had for the use of Prepared, etc. Kind of prevented it from really being that full FSX successor outside of anyone who's a hardcore sim fan or hardcore simmer, as it were. But the avatar mode had potential, and some developers, you know, scenery-wise, like Flight Tampa, Flight Beam, I think who else was there? I think MK Studios as well, but there was an FS Dream Team. They actually started using features which would allow you to take the avatar and actually walk around the airport. That's why during the V4-5 era, that's actually when you saw the beginning of developers actually modeling inside of the airport terminals in the add-on series, because that's where we were going. On the Prepared platform, that's where we're going. But Prepared had two main issues. Well, I can't say two main, but the one issue, of course, was licensing and the small market share, which I think is the combined one. But the main issue was that backwards compatibility. Because the Lockheed Martin team, which are former Aces Studios persons who developed FSX at Microsoft, they wanted to maintain the backwards compatibility with FSX era add-ons, as well as previous versions of ESP Engine and Prepared. So in doing so, many developers, when a new Prepared version would launch, say version 3, 4, and 5, they would only do the bare minimum to make it compatible, which was pretty much note the registry entry for the location of the new Prepared version and put, you know, +1 to the pre3d.x designator, so that, oh look, it's going to install, but when you look at it, it was the same files that they used back from FSX. Back in the days, I had this situation with a few sceneries where I would actually pull up Model Converter X myself and actually convert one by one of my payware sceneries that I bought, actually converted them to the current version of the Prepared version 4 or 5 came out, and I realized the scenery used objects that were encoded with the FSX SDK back in 2012. I would actually use Model Converter X to export them in the Prepared version, whatever it was, current version format, and they actually ran better when I ran Prepared after doing that compared to the original versions. And I was thinking to myself, like, wait, I'm a person, I'm just a regular user, a customer. I'm able to do this. Why is it so hard for developers to do this? You know? All right, put on the autopilot so we can let the plane just fly over to its destination. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's that Prepared had a lot of potential, but the backwards compatibility really kept it back, as developers did the bare minimum to get it compatible. I think the biggest we ever saw the developers putting in effort was in the front of the aircraft developers, because when they went to 64-bit with the advent of PP4, then they had to re-encode some of their gauges and XMLs, etc., and to take advantage of the PBR textures, because users began demanding, hey, where's our PBR? The sim supports PBR. And so we started seeing that come up in Prepared version 4.4. I think that's when, no, when was it? I think it was in 4.3 of Prepared, when the official PBR support was made for aircraft. And then, of course, it continued in 5. Of course, you know, our guys at PMG, they created the NGXU to update the 737 NGX to that standard of prepared. Side note, of course, the DMG was the first K-Wear aircraft that I purchased for the prepared platform. When I converted over to prepared version 2.5, that was back in 2015. Yeah. Then also, of course, you had Flight Sim Labs who came in with the A320 series, which was wonderfully done. A lot of other developers who had quality wings with their 787, which I find that was a missed opportunity for them to come into Flight Sim 2020. But of course, you know, there's a lot of discussions on the forum concerning that, and their, of course, their demise of quality wings. You can look into that at many trips on AppSim and Reddit, etc. But yeah, all those developers, they, you know, upped their game and they took advantage, and Prepared was a great sim. Version 4 was banging. Of course, and then in June, or was it July of 2019, Microsoft dropped the trailer. Yep, Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming out in 2020. And then everyone went nuts. You know, it seemed to be the new thing, and everyone was jumping onto that. Of course, in the first year change, you know, it was a rough slog because, of course, you're dealing with pretty much only the default planes, which weren't all that. It's a brand new platform. It wasn't running in the same way that ESP, FSX, and P3D ran back in the day. Of course, it still used the same folders. You know, your sim objects folder where your aircraft dump in, and different FLT files, etc. to define the aircraft behavior. But the engine that it ran on was different, so developers had to take their time trying to learn the new system, to figure out the little niggles in between, trying to code for the system. But it really caught its stride in 2022. Of course, in January, that's when Aerosoft released this one, the Twin Otter. That got me flying it a lot more. Because until then, I was just buying sceneries because at that time, a lot of developers, sceneries were the easiest to port over. So a lot of developers, you know, they had $5, $6, $7, and you can or sometimes even free, and you can update to the Microsoft Flight Simulator version of your scenery that you purchased and prepared previously. So I did that. A lot of my Caribbean sceneries and others, I purchased them and put them there waiting for new aircraft to be done. Of course, around that time, fly-by-wires simulations came up. Freeware group started mod default 820, kind of make it a little more higher fidelity. But then through 2022, the big thing happened in the end of April and going into May, because then we saw Just Flight drop the BAE 146. We saw Mad Dog release the MD80. We saw PMG drop the 737-700, and then later in May, of course, the newcomer to the scene, Phoenix. Now they just turned the game up by dropping their A320, and that's when I started spending a lot more time in Microsoft Flight Simulator as opposed to P3. That's when the shift began to happen. And then in August of 2022, that's when GSX finally released. And of course, AIG brought out their models. So now I had the planes that I fly, the A320, I had the Twin Otter, I had the 737, and of course the 737-800 dropped in August as well. I had GSX, I had the models that I can match, VATSIM supports it. I could do everything that I could do in P3D, but now I could do it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So the same aircraft from the same manufacturers, at the same airports from the same developers, with the same add-ons like GSX and AIG, and I could do a like-for-like comparison. For example, I would set this up in Prepared. I would fly the PMDG 737 from Latin VFR Miami to the FS Dream Team Charlotte, live weather with traffic on VATSIM. Then I would go in MSFS, because you know it's a short flight, about an hour and change. I would do the same thing, and consistently the performance was better in MSFS. So it was around that time, 2022, that would be also the, I think, the 40th anniversary celebration, when it became that, hey look, we're here. We reached the inflection point. Wait, this is not off? Oh, I think I discovered something that happens sometimes. It turns off when I hit one of the buttons. But back on course, that was the inflection point in mid to late 2022. when you realize that, hey, you can actually go full-time as a serious simmer into Flight Simulator 2020. And of course, with the 40th anniversary celebration, they dropped out the A310. So that was the first study lift long-haul aircraft. And then also you had those airports. They had the Guyane airport. They had a bunch of airports that they brought into the anniversary edition. Then 2023, the ATR came out, and then I'm like, okay, now we're really cooking the gas here. And it continued developing, and of course, one of the greatest ones that happened in January last year, almost a year ago, was the World Update Caribbean Scenery. Now that one just touched my soul. So that's just a quick run on how MSFS kind of came up and surpassed B3D in my eyes, and of course in the eyes of many other simmers. But at the same time, in 2023, last year after the ATR was released and everything, Gulf said, "Oh yeah, we're making 2024." Like what? Oh yeah, we're making a lot of default aircraft. Oh, in collaboration with a lot of your studios that you know. Oh, okay. So if you want to look at Flight Sim 2024, it's not just Microsoft a solo product. It is actually a collaborative effort that we have not seen before. With 2020, we saw collaboration with Orbex and Guyane to make some sceneries. But with 2024, the collaboration is off the chain. We've got Indie Bills making default aircraft, which they started to do in 2020. We've got Friends. We've got all these guys. When you boot up Simulator 2024, on the splash, you see all the developers that contributed. So, I mean, Microsoft is really going all in with this. And I mean, at the end of the day, we benefit. We as flight simulators benefit greatly. Tell them, the thing is I probably should be checking my charts to see how the arrival looks, because I'm probably almost too high. But I'm in a Twin Otter, you can almost dive in this thing and it won't cause an issue. But let's look into this anyway. No, I already have this, sir. Thank you. We're gonna have arrivals. Wait, what is the name of the arrival I'm going on again? Hold on. Go back to Simply. One uniform. I hope this isn't the case where this Navigraph chart's going to happen. Oh, there it is. Yep, got that one uniform. So about 2500 T. Yeah, so I'm going to have to start descending soon once we get there. Is about 1900, and after that we're going directly on heading to Felix Airport. Felix Indy. I'll check it out. Great. We're going to do a visual approach. The weather seems to be a bit fine over there. When I last checked, the weather was good, but definitely need to do this. This is the beautiful thing I like about Flight Simulator 2024's EFB. Click on it. Hold on. Doesn't it show the road? Bro, for real? Okay, because usually when you click here, it will show the airport, and then you'll be able to see the METAR for the airport that's going on there. Unfortunately, it's not there. Zoom it. Not showing there. Burn it. Oh well. That's fine. It'll be fine. But yeah. Just a couple of my thoughts going on to 2024. So far I've loved what I've experienced with it since the biggest update. The first week was a bit of a pain, then I got the hang of it. The biggest thing was learning the keyboard shortcuts, because Microsoft had changed the default keyboard shortcuts from 2020 to 2024. I think it's because they wanted to change the keys so that they can facilitate all the new activities you can do with the aircraft, such as picking up banners and helicopter rescues and all that stuff. So I kind of get it, but it was kind of jarring. I know that, hey, your keyboard assignments have changed. Knowing that a lot of the people who have purchased 2024 are coming from 2020. You know, imagine when you're going from playing, say, Need for Speed Underground and Need for Speed Underground 2, and then all of a sudden, oh wait, this key press has changed. Wait, did they do that? No, I think they just added some stuff, but they wouldn't change anything dramatic. So that's what we were working with. But once you got your key binding set, it actually worked out pretty well. Let me just adjust my thing a bit so I can intercept Caleb. Caleb. Yeah. That waypoint problem. The airport should be somewhere in the area there. I mean, I can even look over here, but it's just that it's so dim. Otherwise, I'll be focusing on this. Like I said, PMS 50 hoping to get that in soon. Guyane is looking really green. But looking forward to seeing some more points of interest once the oh, there's a little bit of pop on the side there. But then that's my rendering settings. They optimize for performance instead of best looks. Looking forward to that world update for South America and Guyane. It's gonna be fun. 144 degrees roughly from Caleb to what point in? Cook? Why do the words not get bigger when I zoom in? Alas. Alright, 144. Okay, we should start getting a percent of this thing. I mean, I could do it with autopilot, but knowing myself, we're gonna man this, or should. Because the thing is with the Aerosoft Twin Otter, when you put it to descend, and ascending, it will maintain properly the vertical speed that you set. But in the descent, she likes to hold that. Now, I'm going to demonstrate it. Arm. And now what we're going to do, we are going to... Wait a minute. There we go. Now, look what happens. It goes all the way to 2,000. And it begins going more and more. Like, bro, stop that. Up. And it keeps going down. Despite me putting it up. This is why I usually would disengage the autopilot and manually do it. Because even though I set the vertical speed for a very shallow descent, it's going to trim the aircraft, just nosedive. Which I think was one of the complaints in the forum of this bird. You know, it is what it is. I just gotta limit the percent I want. Trim the nose all the way down. Look at that, like there. You see how much upward trim I have to apply on this thing? It's like the nose was trimmed all the way down. Okay, now we got it manageable at 1,000. Okay. But I had, it's like the trim just was like slam the nose all the way down. After you said it's, just, shallow, 500, 800 feet. So weird to work with the Aerosoft Twin Otter. But manually controlling it, she handled it. Well enough. Alright, continue until we reach around 12. We'll be sure around 2,000 feet. For the approach to runway 0. That's Rochambeau. Okay, thinking about that now. Nav charts, approach. We're not doing ILS, we're just going to be just, let's say RFP or visual. Since the heights on 2,000 feet, of course. straight in. Heading off 084 degrees roughly. Alright, taxi, hold on. I just need to see. I don't know where the smaller aircraft park. Okay, we land. We're coming off on taxiway Charlie. And the question is, okay, those are hangars. That's general aviation apron. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna probably park on 4. Oh no, we're not flying on VATSIM because then I would have parked on 4 to avoid the space of bigger aircraft. Because it's about 12:43 local time here, and the big aircraft start arriving around 2 something. So you know what? We're gonna go for number 2. We're gonna go to park on stand 2 after Charlie. So we'll do that. Sir, we'll zoom in on it. Oh, yeah, mostly left legs. Balance level. just giving us a nice tour of the area. Green expanse as far as the eyes can see. Wetlands in the distance and the road. I really gotta test out photo in this thing. Here now, it's hitting 2,000. We're gonna just maintain it. And use the autopilot again, so we have our hitting button. There. So we'll maintain this nice little flying mode. Power, so we can engine speed back up to 20. call. We're gonna turn heading, what was it, 84 degrees? Yep, 84 degrees. I was right. Should put us on track to land here. Coming up on this fast, so let's get that turn started, shall we? On the right course. Just a ways out. Oh, so wait, now we get closer, now it wants to render. You realize before when I was zooming in, it wasn't rendering? Now it's rendering the airport, now we're close to it. Fantastic. Oh wait, I think I see the runway in the distance. Yep, there it is. Let's correct a bit. A bit off. Why doesn't it let us identify the airport? Anyway. Okay, airport's gonna start rendering. Tap that just a bit. The only thing with 124 is that, okay, if I already have the airport installed locally, I think I should just start using the LODs. You know, a little better. I mean, it's getting there. Go back to 4. See it right there. Yep. Alright. Automatic disengage. And just move over to the first officer side. We want oxygen for RPMs. We want our full power available for landing. Go around 7. Pause the music. Get this down on the ground. There. Alright, landing lights on. Oh, we got rain. Light rain. That's fine. That wasn't even lined up. Let's fix that. sizable runways to drop touchdown on the touchdown points. And it's because it's Twin Otters. Alright, putting in. Alright, there's military apron. Proper, continuing the proper dayware version of Rochambeau.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Alright. Not even engaging first because we got so long to go. Laptop. Yeah, not even putting the props in the look at this natural stuff. This that's right. Right. There we are. Rochambeau. Felix Edvue International. Lights. Let's go for this to the steering wheel rolling. Okay, where are we going again? Yes. Number 2, I think it was. Yeah, we're just gonna. Oh, there's 1-2 and then there's 2. We're going on number 2. Guyane, Felix Edvue. Okay, we can jump off and take it onto the taxi. Something nice. Peter, he's taxied off. Alright. Parking brake. Responder set to stand by. Alright. Let's off the side. And then 1, 2. Those off. Pumps off. Generators off, leads off, and anti-collision lights off to take off no smoking seatbelts. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Guyane. Yeah. Wonderful airport. Beautiful. All right. Gonna get out of here now. Yeah. Thank you for serving us well, Bird. All right. Just a quick look around at the airport. Pretty nice. Wonder, is this one possible? Oh, Yes, this is what I loved about this airport at Cayenne, right? And I gave him props. Shout out to the guys at SLH. The stairs are mountable in avatar mode. Like, look at this. We're going up this, bro. Thing is, this isn't open. I think when I don't know what he's done with it, but just think about that. You can actually mount the stairs. Mind blown. Mind blown. For the platforms, you can actually, you know. All right, let's continue on. Traffic is going across. All right, so we're looking at our ride over there. Oh, here's a pedestrian walking. So that vehicle just left. Left, right. Okay, let's cross. Now, here's the fun thing. I mean, we can go right here. Arrivals, departures are upstairs, of course. So let's just, you know, go in either way. I mean, let's go with the plans are because, you know, yeah. Control police. Connecting flights if you're going further down. Oh, wait, can we go through here? No. Okay. I think I have to go through the other one. Does this stop us? No, it does not. You can go upstairs that way, but I want to do it the proper way. All right, here we are. We got vending machines. That's lit. Departure gate 2. Yeah. Arrival. And that scan that passport. Bloop, bloop. Oh, hey, look. The monitors have, there's a power cord, HDMI, VGA. Huh. Neat. Neat. I think this is the exit control. Oh yeah, that's the exit. But it's kind of fun to see, you know, the detail that's in here. I wonder what happens if I step in here. Huh. Buffet de la région. Liberté, fraternité, non, liberté, égalité, fraternité. Yeah. Contrôle sur tous les vols à 100% par les services de l'État. Il faut arriver à l'aéroport, l'enregistrement de bagages et l'embarquement. Don't laugh at my French. I know, it ain't the greatest. Okay, I'll just put here into the bags. You just hear on his phone. But then sometimes they do that. Okay, see over here. Huh. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, these things don't actually train, but hey, kind of fun to see. All right, so this is the main hall of the airport. Check in Air Caribe, Air France, Air Guyane. Huh, neat. All the stores, information point. And then from here we can step outside. All right, Police Nationale, of course. Out. There's a parking lot with all the solar stuff over it. Looking nice. Man, a lot of detail has gone into this airport. Lady enjoying her coffee. Another lady enjoying her coffee. How do I know it's coffee? Because they're French. They always drink coffee. Oh, let me just make sure nothing's coming. Let the bunch bag on. Yeah, no parking, of course. Okay. Turtles, national stuff. Okay. Parking lots. Let's cross over and see what's over on this side, shall we? Hi there. Oh, I should say bonjour. Ça va? A lot of people in there, hearing the sounds. Wait, I just realized that. Added the ambient sounds of trees actually swinging around, even though it looks like the trunk. Neat. Oh, look, a quad. You know what would have been the ultimate Easter egg? If I actually got on this thing, like I pressed Shift C, and I actually mounted it and it was drivable. Now that would have been insane. But I'm just gonna screenshot that. I mean, SLH team, if you see this stream, yeah, there's a thought. All right, we're gonna walk under the car park. I gotta say, this is a fantastic idea though for on a parking lot. They probably implement it in more of the islands, where the parking lots at the airports, you just put massive solar panels over them. Number one, you utilize the sun that you get all year round. That's a lot of free energy. And two, keeps your vehicles cool since they're not in direct sunlight. And three, protects you from the rain when the rain does fall. I mean, it's just pure win-win-win. We're just having fun exploring this thing right now. Now, if they do this level of detail updating for Rayzet, TFFR, for St. Kitts, TKPK, and all the other SLH Sim Design Sceneries, I am buying instantly. I would love to see them do Grand Cause Airport's Prince St. Martin. TFFG. That definitely would be a instant buy for me. Bonjour. Looking nice. And you know, just to think that this looks so nice and detailed. Imagine what happens when Microsoft releases the world update for Brazil and South America. Oh my gosh. It will be great. There's just so much detail. I wonder, is there a Super U close by here? That would be crazy if they ended up modeling a Super U that's close to the airport. I gotta ask the missus when she reaches in today. Do they have a Super U close to the airport in Guyane? That would be insane. Wait, don't they have any advertisements for Orange? Oh, I'm in here. Ah, ooh, this is nice. Of course, your car rentals. Neat. Bonjour. Oh, here's a bar. Bonjour, ma'am. Of course, Coca-Cola. Favorite drink of French everywhere. Heineken. Yeah. Got a freezer. Those look healthy. Those police out. Okay. Rifles go out there. Some bathroom. Yeah, interesting. Oh, okay, so no, can't enter there. That would have been interesting if the bathroom was rendered. Imagine an actual flushing toilet. Arrivals, Air France, Air Caribe. Actual flight numbers. Neat. This is where most of the arrivals should come through. And departures on that side. I gotta say, I'm impressed with the scenery. I like it. I mean, despite its the launch, Flight Sim 2024 has a whole lot of potential with its avatar mode, the detail, weather. Yeah. Ooh. Check-ins. Yeah. Bonjour. There we go. Air France, Air France. All at Air France, Air Caribe, Sky High, Dominican Republic. Oh, nice. Sky High is over there. Hello. Bonjour. 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 Air Guyane. Bonjour. Nice. Exit there. And after the check-in, what do we do? Oh, toilets in. Or openable? Nope. Okay. Bro, which way do we go to get out? There was some way to get back up the stairs. Mission, exit. So after we check in there. Alright. So we have to go in there to check in, and then after we check in. Yeah, there it is. Control, I think. We gotta slide your passport. Oh yeah, so then we go through here. I came in through the departure way. Wasn't clear, my bad. Alright. Yeah, back to the embarkment, boarding. Yeah. Now, this is something I discovered. Have the stairs. I went up the escalator last time. Let me see the stairs. This should be fun. Man, this is so fun. Going up the stairs. Oh, look. Here's all the stores and shops and stuff. Nice. Is that the Air France lounge? They've got an Air France lounge. Did they model the inside of the... Huh. Sudan in the US. Huh. Olympics. Ooh. Air France lounge. Nice. Oh ho ho. Oh ho ho ho. Oh ho ho. Ah, see. Dude looks like he's just been awake for far too long. He's like, bruh, I just want to get on this plane and go to sleep. I'm up too early for this. Nice. Ah, and some pairing. But I gotta check that with my graphic settings. Scenery runs wonderful. Bonds of human knowledge. Airbus, of course. Oh look, here's our aircraft down there. Bonjour. Oh, pardon, pardon. Me. You know what would be sick? Like flying on VATSIM if there's an event, and in an airport like this, you know, you get to see everything coming and going. Of course, when you in avatar mode, would it register as another aircraft if you use it? I know in P3D I think it would see your avatar as another aircraft, so you'd have to probably be in observer mode, but this adds a whole new dimension to VATSIM that you can connect as an observer and just be in the airport just looking at people do their flights during events. 2024 opens up so many possibilities. So many. Fires early, of course, on the air carrier. Nice. This is crazy. It is crazy. Shout out to SLH, man. Shout out to them. What they did with these sceneries. And you can walk on the jetways, bruh. Bruh. Here's our aircraft. Oh man, you see this? Do you see this? Oh, I don't know why this makes me so excited for the possibilities of what's going to happen to this sim over the next few years. It's going to be crazy. Imagine GSX controlling the sim. You've got your aircraft there and you can actually walk on board. Like, think about that. Like, Anybills releases the A350, right? You spawn close to the aircraft, you can go into the terminal, come out, walk onto your aircraft, and just go into the cockpit. Bro, there is, oh my goodness. There is so much going on here. I love it. Come outside, come down the stairs. Bonjour, bonjour. Oh my goodness, this is just wonderful. Everybody's doing their thing. Bonjour. Fire truck is coming. Okay. Cross back over. And that's it, man. All right, I mean, not much else to say there. I mean, stop for yourself. Our flight from Saint Laurent over to Cayenne, just to see the whole new SLH Designs Felix Hebdo International Cayenne Airport. And yeah, definitely was worth it for me. I like that it takes advantage of all the capabilities of 2024 we're seeing so far, and looking forward to the updates on their other sims and also the other projects he has lined up. So SLH Designs, shout out to you. If you guys see this and you want to purchase this scenery for your Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, it's available in Sim Market directly from the SLH Designs website. I'm not sure if it's on Orbix as yet, but of course it should be there probably by the time you see this, and also I think Inibills may well have as well, but don't quote me on that. But for sure Sim Market, that's where I got mine. Orbix is almost guaranteed, and also their webpage as well. Also follow them on SLH Designs Facebook page. I mean, that's a lot of promotion I'm doing there, right? But yeah, I generally enjoy their sceneries. And so yeah, this was our quick flight and also our quick walk around in the airport. Looking forward to more great stuff to come out for Flight Sim 2024. If you're new to the channel and you like what you saw here, hey, feel free to hit the like button. You can also subscribe. Appreciate it. Help me to do more of these kind of videos when I have the time for it, and also try to be more regular going into the new year. And yeah, just wishing everyone a great holiday season going into. We're probably gonna have a few more streams as well, so look out for those. It tends to just happen at random, but you know, that's part of the fun. So once again, thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna get back some tunes. Let's go to the next one. Yeah. So on that note, thanks again for joining, guys. Take care. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.